Hello viewers to another video. We're at a different gym today. This is actually the gym for the school that I work at. And we're gonna do back and then we're gonna do some abs. And then after school I'm gonna run on the track to see if I can get a new record for my 200-meter time. This exercise I'm doing right now is a good warm up for the back and the rear delts. Oh, we're doing shoulders as well. I'm just gonna do 30. Just get this resistance band. You can get it from Amazon. And after that, I'm gonna hit 10 pull-ups. This is actually the weight room for the school, and they have two. And this was kind of like the old school football weight room. The other one's more renovated, but it doesn't have that free weights. And I'm kind of old school, so I'm always gonna use the free weight. I think it's 20. I probably lost count. So I'm gonna do 30 of these. 21, 22. 4. And many of you guys might ask, like, oh, if I'm a teacher, how do I have time to work out if I'm supposed to be teaching? Well, every teacher gets a prep period, and ours, that means a period where you don't have to teach and you just, prepare. But you have to stay on campus, you can't leave. So I'm using my prep period right now to hit a quick workout. I usually use Thursdays to do this, but yeah, this school right here gives us a prep period every day. And I really like the schedule because in my friend's last school, they had to go through all 6 periods plus an advisory with only 1 prep period. And the prep period was only like an hour. But this school, you get a prep period of 120. Oh, no, sorry, an hour and 20 minutes and every day. So I'm going to do 10 pull-ups. So let's see how this sounds like. Because we work in the back, so I'm doing the last. You might want to make sure you go all the way down too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do 3 sets of that, alternating from the resistance bands and the pull-ups. Now you might think, oh, if I have this gym at my school or my work, why not I just work out here and cancel my membership? Because they don't have everything. But I usually warm up on the elliptical. They don't have elliptical. They do have a track, so that's better. But yeah, I'm going to go on the next exercise. So our next exercise is going to be the pendulum row. And it's kind of like the one where you go like that. I'm going to do this with 45s on each side, 45 on the bar. 135. I'm going to do like a little superset with a little single arm, like those bent over rows. And I have 55 right here. So, fun fact about this gym, this is called the football weight room. But every time I ask my football player students like how much they could bench or like how much squats they could do, they tell me, oh, they don't know. Like, you're a football player, you're supposed to know. Same thing with the track runners. I ask them, what do you run in the 200? What do you run in the 100? And they don't know, or they give me some like cap numbers, like a 14-second on the 200 meters. Like, why are you guys lying about your times? That's a red flag that shows they're not serious runners or serious about their training. You gotta track your stats. So I'm gonna do 10 of these. And just make sure you try to keep your back straight. And I'm just going to do 10. And for these bent over rows, 15. I have to do 3 sets of both of them. So it's a superset. And this is a 55-pound dumbbells, if you guys didn't know. And finally, for our last exercise for our shoulders, we would do like some lateral raises, the side, the front, and the rear. Got to the stool. And they have these adjustable dumbbells. Now this is a little clanky because you're supposed to be able to add more. See if you hear clanks, that's why it is. And I'm gonna do 10 to 15 reps of these. 3 sets, those are super set. So we do 10 of these, 15. 2. And then 15 of the fronts. Twelve, 13. These are 20s, by the way. And then we're going to do 15 of the rear. How I do these, I put these under me. You got to sit down on a bench or a stool. And we do 15. We got to do 3 sets. Then at the end, we'll do abs. And it's going to be a superset ab workout, so it might hurt. Started with the ab roller. Use our knees. I have my little pump cover so it doesn't hurt my knees. And I do 15 of these. Then I'm going to go on this, 15 of that, and do 15 B sit-ups. You'll see how it looks like. We start with 15 ab rollers. That's 1, 2. Then get on this little sit-up machine, 15. I like this one because you can really go down and really feel it on the lower abs. Because most of your fat is stored on the lower part of your stomach, and it's really hard to get the lower abs to show. So the more you work them out, I guess the more likely you are to show. You have to go all the way down too. And we do 15. So it's 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Finally get back on the floor. And just end it with some V sit-ups. 15 also. One, 2. And make sure to bring your chest up. 2, 4, 5, 8, 12. Got it feeling my abs. We gotta do 4 sets of these. Take a little break. We'll go back to it. And we're on the track again. This time, this is my 3rd time here. I ran the 200. I recorded the first time, but I ran out of storage space, so I wasn't able to get that. But when I ran that 200, I didn't really know how the markings work because this track kind of has weird markings. It's a little old, and because I stopped kind of a little too early, I kind of slowed down, so I ended up getting 24.4. And I think I could have got a 23 something, so I might try that again 2 weeks. But then the next day afterwards, I tried the 200 again, but my legs were just dead. I knew my hamstrings were hurting, and I tried to push as hard as I could, but I was only to get a 24.9. And I got footage for that, but you know, it's not my fastest speed. And I feel like because I weigh a lot more than I did in high school, if my muscles aren't at 100%, my time is going to be slower. Like, it goes exponential. But like, if I weighed 160 like I did in high school, then if my muscles weren't 100%, they would still be able to push that weight. But now since I weigh like 20 pounds more, my muscles have to work a lot harder. So we're going to try to run the 100 today. My legs feel a lot better. Hopefully, I think I got the markings right. We'll use these Adidas Sprint Stars. So I usually run in. And I also have the C4 pre-workout. So I took that pre-workout. You came in that extra juice. Now, I did have a big meal a few hours ago. So hopefully that doesn't weigh me down. But I'm going to start with some warm-up lap, and some stretches to see you after that. So unfortunately, I had the mic off while recording. So you couldn't hear anything I said during my warm-up routine. So I'm going to do it again. So when sprinting, you want to use your arms a lot. So I do kind of this exercise with the bands. Kind of helps with the arms. It helps with the back. You use the arms a lot when you're actually sprinting, believe it or not. I'm going to do 10 of these. That was 8. All right. 10. Because it's almost like you're throwing your foot with your arms. So, you know, you're throwing your foot with your arms. That's how I like to think about it. And following that kind of theme, I want to throw my arms up to kind of simulate when you run, and then do a lunge. This is a dynamic stretch. You want to do lots of dynamic stretches versus static stretches when you're sprinting. So I guess you don't want your muscles to be tight. Oh, I messed up. See, like that. And this stretches the hamstrings. Because in my warm-up lap, I noticed that my right calf and left hamstrings are pretty tight. That's why warm-up laps are important, because it tells you how the run is basically going to go. They're feeling a lot looser now. I could pull it. Have pulled it before. Pulled it when I was running the 40-yard dash. First one, I was fine. And then my time was getting better and better. But then on the 3rd time, that's when I pulled it, and I couldn't run for like 2 weeks. And even on the 3rd week, I wasn't 100%. So the 100 meter, have a high chance of that happening too, especially since it's so tight. But it feels a lot better than it did when I ran at 200. My goal is to beat 11.1 or run less than 11 seconds. I'm going to record it too, so I'm going to get the most accurate time. Because usually on the stopwatch, I'm a little bit late. So when I did the stopwatch at 11.1, I actually could have got a 10 right there. I did weigh 169 pounds back then. So now I'm 10 pounds more. Hopefully most of that was muscle. I got a lot of that energy too. So after we do the lunges, what I like to do is kind of do skips. And you know the A skip, I think. And you're supposed to simulate when you're running, get that explosiveness. You want your knee to be 9 degrees. That shows that stretching these out, so hopefully they don't let it get strained when I run. So one thing I'm gonna do is this hip flexor. See what I think is a B skip or C skip? But that kind of stretches the hip flexors. You just like stretch it out. And that already feels a lot better. Because these hip flexors help with opening your stride. So after we do that, with the last one, I think a C skip is the one you kick forward. These also help with the hamstrings, which is like the kryptonite of all runners. If you mess up your hamstring, you're done. And I already messed it up once. It's in constant pain. My muscles, my knees, my back, my face even. I don't know if whether it's working out, but I want to get this progress. So goal, a low 11s. I'll be happy with 11.3, honestly. Anything between under 11, so if I get a 10, that's a new PR. But I don't want to go over 11.3. If I go over 11.3, then I have to do something to better my running, because that does not work at this age. I can't be slowing down. So I'm going to suit up. Go take these off, take the pump cover, do a pure compression. I think the wind is on my side. Actually, the wind is against me. No, the wind's on my side. So I will have my time a little bit. It's not too strong, but it will help me get that speed. So let's see what we got. So this is my recording of my 200 meter. And like I said, I was already sore when I ran this. So I do think I could run faster, because in the first recording, I was full of storage, so I couldn't get the recording. But this time I got it, but it was the day after. My legs were so sore. And that's why I was able to get like a 24.9. So I know I could beat that in the future. Okay, so I finished with 100. 12.5, that's not my time. Because you see this line, I ran past this line and didn't stop the time to hit that line. It's like 10 extra yards. So I ran 110, 12.5. But even though I did in 12.5, that messes up my time, because I didn't run my full speed, because I knew I needed more left. This track needs to stop with all these extra lines. I need to put like a flag for the finish line, because I'm too like concerned when I'm running. But I did record my 100 meter time, so whatever I get, hopefully it's a PR. But you won't know that until I look at the footage. So let's do that right now. So this is the actual recording of my 100 meter. And I didn't get the exact time I wanted. I got 11.29, which is kind of just 0.01 away from 11.3. So at least I didn't pass my limit. So that's the weight room of the new school I work at. And it feels so good to actually teach at a real school. I don't feel like I'm pretending to be a teacher anymore. But they have so many things at their disposal. They have a track, they have a weight room, and that could boost my training and take me to the next level too, because I could pretty much work out anywhere now. So see you in the next one.